What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, last episode of Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul. Yeah, last episode of Better Call Saul, we left off getting more backstory of Mike and how he had to leave his former city area in Philadelphia, because obviously that was something that we've always known of, even back in the original Breaking Bad series, how he pretty much used to work as a cop in Philadelphia and all that, and how he basically had to have a change of scenery from, basically running from his past. And lo and behold, last episode we finally find out exactly what that was, and it was pretty much for him avenging his son. He took out his son's murders and all that, basically. And just, hey, I guess now we finally get more of a full scale of what Mike is specifically, and how he's motivated to take care of his granddaughter, pretty much. Now it honestly makes his character a little bit more tragic in some ways, just because of what we know from what happened in Breaking Bad, just because now you kind of get the full scale of why he does do the things he do, so that he can ensure his granddaughter has the future she can have and all that. So yeah, like I said, it was a pretty great moment for his character in general, just because now we know a lot more about him and why he's so motivated the way he is and everything. But with that being said, we didn't get much of Saul in the last one, but we didn't need much of him. It's called Better Call Saul, but you always want to have them other characters integrated. We are on episode 7 of season 1, and this episode is called Bingo. And off we go. And what over? Oh, the Notebook. Okay. I actually forgot about that.
Mystery solved. I'll be taking the custody of the bitch. Both of you. Where's this coming from? You're the one who spilled the coffee, you ambulance chasing piece of shit. We dialed it down. Just a notch. Look, 45 minutes ago, I'm soundless. I get a call from Mr. Ehrentraut. He's concerned. He's getting threatening voicemails from you. Could be the altitude. We're a mile up, right? Sorry about that kid. He's young. Gonna make his mark. I like it. Your daughter-in-law, what she does. I don't honestly know. Well, Mike, if she's got nothing to say, it's pretty what things here. So maybe. Hello?
Out where? Outside?
12, 15. Holy shit, 14. 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. Go, inside.
Is he trying to get used to being outside?
What was that? What the hell was that? You say? Okay. Okay. It's an experiment, really. I've been attempting to build up a tolerance for electromagnetic fields. Seriously.
All right, then.
It's like,
He's putting in the effort.
Small doses of poison. Now you're talking. This is me.
Watching the highway.
Gotta look successful to be successful, right?
Well, this definitely looks like success. Great view. Get you a big fancy desk in here?
Coca-Cola desk.
A what?
And then get you a sign out there somewhere on the roadway so you can have it to where you can look at it.
Yeah, you're right. It
partner?
I think he's talking about you.
Who would that be?
Well, you said you were interested in
That is so. Thank you. Really. But you know I've got a lot invested at HHM. With what's going on now, I'm closer than ever to partner. Maybe 2 years, and I'm in.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's just a thought.
You know, they put me through law school. I feel like I owe them. You have a difficult, but nevertheless straightforward choice to make here. On one hand, you give up the money.
I just told you there is no money.
Plead guilty. It's painful, I know. And go to jail for 1.5 years. But your other choice, that is no choice at all. If you go to trial, you'll most likely lose. And Craig goes to prison for decades. Your children will grow up seeing their dad through bars on visiting day. I know what I'd do. I'd take the deal. 2 years from now, you can be starting over. It's tough. I know. But you're tough. And your family is worth it.
The guy's gonna crack.
I'm going to give you a few moments to discuss this.
I feel like the guy would go through with it, but the woman is pushing it a little too far.
Fired.
Ah.
Why not go to my office and discuss this? I'm sure there's a solution.
That won't be necessary. We will no longer be requiring your service.
Body checking. All right, what do we have here? Wait for it. B6. Lucky B6. Just like the vitamin, right? Which you should be taking.
Nah, man. The roasts are crazy. Bingo.
Well, as flattered as I am by this, since we last spoke, I've changed my area of specialization. So I concentrate on elder law now. But you said that you would fight for us. You were adamant.
You promised to get us a not guilty verdict.
I don't think I exactly promised
You
that.
said you would be client number 1 morning in your night.
Yes, I meant what I said at the time, but times change.
But we've already paid you a retainer.
They could blackmail you.
A retainer.
That is what you called it. That was your specific terminology.
Could you excuse me for a moment? I had a big gulp on the way over.
Oh, what you gonna do, Saul?
You can't hide a big bag of cash forever, and you certainly won't be able to spend any of it. So go back to HHM, apologize to Ms. Wexler, and for Christ's sakes, take the deal.
That man Saul putting it out there.
Lady, enough.
If there were any money, there would have to be a full accounting of it. Every penny would have to be present. Every single penny. You understand?
All of it. That includes the 30,000.
Craig, yes, he does.
Yeah, I'm about to say. They kind of got you by the neck right now, Saul.
Come on, babe.
For starters, they've got reams of checks he wrote for false expenses. And I can't even challenge their admission into evidence because he wrote them to himself. I know we're not supposed to say our clients are guilty, but hey, not my client anymore. He's guilty as sin.
Yeah, but there has to be something, some loophole, or
None that I can find.
there has to be a way.
Not without the money. Then we chipped those Catalans out and they refused to play it.
Thankfully, he ain't ran across any squeaky floors or nothing. Give away his position. Seems like a secret passageway. Yeah. When you need somebody to do the dirty work and get some money and all that, this is the guy you get right here. My goodness.
Jesus. Gets bigger every time I look at it. Thanks for not heading to the Bahamas with this.
So what's the plan now? Is like, what's he gonna do with that? Is he gonna give it to the people or whatever?
In the upstairs bathroom, under the sink. Wait, how could you?
Oh man. About to force shot take that deal. I mean, even if you didn't, I don't know. Oh Lord.
What did you do with it?
By it, you mean?
Where is it?
Oh, you mean the money? Let me see. That's on its way to the DA's desk right about now.
You thief.
Takes one to know one, doesn't it? How did you take it? A good magician never reveals his secrets. Now here's what we're gonna do.
Oh, you don't tell us what to do. You stole from us. We'll have you arrested.
But there's no actual evidence of him taking it though.
Even on a good day, you and logic are. But think about what you just said. Criminals have no recourse, and you two, you're criminals, big time.
How dare you?
Luckily, we have a very talented lawyer who has found a way to minimize the damage you brought upon yourselves.
Oh, you're fired.
Oh, I quit already. No, I'm talking about Kim Wexler now. You're gonna go back to her, you're gonna apologize for your hasty decision to terminate her services, you're gonna fall on her mercy and take that deal.
We'll tell about the bribe you took.
You could do that. You absolutely could, and I'd be in a mess of trouble. A real pickle. But so would you, Mrs. Kettleman. Because right now, only Mr. Kettleman is on the hook for the whole embezzlement kerfluffle. But the bribe, we're back to calling it a bribe? Yeah, that implicates you as well. It does not. It was all me. No, it wasn't. I'll make sure everyone knows that. Look on the bright side. They could work out some kind of inter-prison visitation program. The occasional conjugal. Maybe it won't be all bad. You'll probably wind up running your own gang. Think you folks need to know about me? I got nothing to lose. Christ, you should see my office.
No, it's not only for that. No.
Stubborn.
We don't have to put up with this. I will not be treated this way.
Betsy. The kids. We have to do this for the kids.
If I say no way you love the money more than your kids, come on now. Yo, she cried. Oh man. Okay, they up in there. Like a bunch of children that got in trouble, you know, scolded by their parents, and now they gotta face the consequences of their actions. She said thank you. Alright, now don't break the place. Gonna end up having to pay for the damage you make. That boy Saul going through all stages of grief and all.
Law offices of James M. McGill, how may I direct your call?
That's the end of the episode. All right, well, first things first, I'm still waiting for the moment we see where Saul fully embraces his crookedness and goes into his little criminal law authority self, where he basically takes more than he probably should and leaves some on the side. But anyways, this is a pretty good episode from the perspective of seeing the type of morals and things that Saul has right now so far. You know, how far he'd be willing to go for his own sake versus someone else's sake. And we see firsthand how he isn't necessarily as selfish as you would think he would be. You know, obviously, if you watch Breaking Bad and then you come across and then you watch Better Call Saul, you're probably thinking right out the door, well, I wonder what type of trouble Saul is going to get himself up into and all that, in which he's done some very shady things, but we're also seeing firsthand how he's honestly not necessarily the worst type of person there is. You know, he's done his fair share of bad things, but it's not just because he's a full-hearted bad guy. It's more so just him trying to make ends meet for certain things and all that. You know, he wants to fulfill his true passion of being that lawyer that he's longing to be, but you know, he's just running into a bunch of roadblocks before he can finally, hopefully, achieve it from his point of view at some point. And it's just really interesting seeing this perspective of his story and how he becomes what he becomes, obviously. But yeah, that's two people he done pretty much helped out in the span of 2 episodes. You know, he done kind of helped out Mike a little bit with his situation, and then now he's trying to help the Kettlemans, or whatever you call them, in their situation by getting them to go back to that woman that Saul obviously has feelings for and all that. But pretty much we see how Saul will go through some certain links to get what he wants now. We are seeing those little cracks in there, specifically how he ain't afraid to get dirty when he needs to get the results that he's looking for, like having Mike sneak into their house and steal that money undetected without no way of being noticed and all that, and they have no way of proving that it was stolen from them, because realistically Saul was right. You know, everyone will get in trouble as a result, but at the same time, you guys are going to take the full brunt of it mostly. Like, at the end of the day, y'all are the ones that have that money when you shouldn't have it, and then at the same time, you know, it's just not gonna work out the way you think it is. And I gotta say, I want to believe that the man was probably more so willing to just go with whatever was the best result, but that woman, man, his wife, the definition of stubborn, man, stubborn, hard-headed, just couldn't stand the fact that she got one-upped in many ways more than not. And, you know, it just was a complete disaster to the point where she started breaking down. Like, oh, man, I know it was a sad moment for the family and all that, but it was kind of funny just seeing it a little bit. But yeah, you know, once again, Saul helps out people in more ways and unexpected ways than he probably thought he would. But hey, that's just how you gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta do bad things in order to get good results. And Saul has definitely been doing that so far these last 2 episodes or so. But yeah, that being said, we're gonna be back on here for the next episode and of Better Call Saul. So make sure you like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.